The inaugural moment of the First Era, Year Zero, stands as a beacon, casting clarity upon the shadowy realms of the Dawn and Merethic eras, with the establishment of the Cameron dynasty. Amidst the boundless, verdant expanse of Valenwood, King Eplir orchestrated a historic amalgamation, unifying the diverse Bosmer clans into a singular political entity. From this harmonized Valenwood, the beleaguered elves of Cyrodiil found respite, utilizing this newfound sovereign bastion to shield themselves from the pervasive influence of the High Elves in Eleanor. As the Cameron dynasty took root, the White Gold Tower ascended as a bastion of autonomy, evolving into an independent city-state and the fulcrum of the burgeoning Aelid Empire. Within the first century of the First Era, the annals of history welcomed the Sigic Order, with the enigmatic sage Vornai embarking on a pilgrimage to the Isle of Artaeum. There, under the tutelage of the venerable Master Lachesis, leader of the Sigic monks, the tenets of the Elder Way were imparted, a legacy inherited from the ancient Elnif, the progenitors of Tamriel. In the 68th year of the First Era, the twilight of Atmora's influence was marked by the poignant arrival of its final voyagers on Tamriel's shores. Laden with the weight of departed kin, these vessels bore witness to the enigmatic fate that befell the frozen homeland of the Atmorans. The dawn of the 2nd century heralded the birth of King Harald, a figure destined to carve his name into the annals of Nordic lore. Born in the 113th year, King Harald, also known as Harald Handfree, ascended as the inaugural historical ruler of the Nords, tracing his lineage back to the venerable Iskrimor. In the year 143, Commander Skorm's Snowstrider's campaign against the dwindling snow elves culminated in the discovery of the last bastion of the dragon cult, Forlhost. However, victory was marred by tragedy as the cultists' desperate act of poisoning claimed the lives of many valiant warriors. 3 years hence, King Harald's ascension to the throne as High King of the Nords ushered in a new era of stability for Skyrim. Renouncing ancestral ties to Atmora, he consolidated Skyrim into an independent kingdom, with Windhelm standing tall as its regal seat. During his reign, King Harald's valorous deeds reverberated through the ages, notably his decisive defeat of the treacherous sons of Archmage Golda, restoring justice in the realm. In the year 198, the Scouring of Wendelbeck marked a climactic turning point amidst the enduring Narfinzel schism. This protracted conflict, spanning from the late Merethic era, culminated in King Glenfarron's resolute stand against the forces of Daedric worship, heralding a new era of ideological acceptance among the Aelids of Cyrodiil. As the 3rd century dawned, the emergence of House Tharn, recorded in the year 200, mirrored the nascent rise of the Bretons. Born of the complex interplay between Doreni elven overlords and their Niddic subjects in High Rock, the Bretons emerged as a testament to the dynamic cultural tapestry of Tamriel's storied history. In the solemn year 221 of the First Era, King Harald breathes his last at the venerable age of 108, a monarch whose reign spanned an impressive 78 years, surpassing all but 3 of his sons in longevity: Ylmer, Vraga, and Omger the Outlaw. From the ashes of Harald's reign rises his eldest son, Ylmer, ascending to the throne as High King of Skyrim, inheriting the weighty mantle of leadership. Amidst the mourning for King Harald, the Dwemer unearth a vast reservoir of Ethereum in the aftermath of his passing. This coveted mineral, meticulously studied, extracted, and refined by a consortium of 4 Dwemer cities, culminates in the establishment of the Ethereum Forge. Yet this grand endeavor is marred by the tragedy of the Ethereum Wars, shrouding the land in sorrow and discord. In the subsequent year, 222, the mantle of High King passes to Ylmer's successor, Vraga, who ascends to the throne as High King Vraga the Gifted. Under his rule, a relentless campaign of conquest ensues, expanding the Nordic dominion into neighboring realms. The annals of history attest to the ceaseless expansion of Vraga's empire, a saga that persists until the year 272, or by some accounts, the year 415. Regardless, this epoch heralds the dawn of the Skyrim conquests, marking the definitive end of elven hegemony on Tamriel. By the 240th year of the First Era, the indomitable High King Vraga has extended his dominion across vast swaths of territory, including substantial portions of High Rock, the region known as Resdain in Morrowind, and even parts of northern Cyrodiil. The Skyrim conquests stand as a testament to the ascendancy of mankind on Tamriel, forever altering the geopolitical landscape. In the fateful year 242, the echoes of rebellion resound across the land as the Nedic slave Elysia, known as the Slave Queen, rises to lead her oppressed brethren in a valiant struggle for liberation. With the aid of Nordic allies and sympathetic Aelid supporters, Elysia's uprising precipitates the downfall of the Aelids, culminating in the siege of the White Gold Tower. Legendary heroes such as Mora House, the Man-Bull, and Pelennor Whitestrake emerge as champions of the rebellion, striking down Aelid kings and vanquishing their demigod champion, Umaril the Unfeathered. Yet victory comes at a heavy price, as Pelennor Whitestrake, the immortal hero, meets his demise in the throes of battle. With the fall of the Aelids, a new chapter in Cyrodiil's history unfolds as Empress Elysia ascends to the throne, ushering in the era of the First Human Empire. Under her reign, the Heartlands and Colovia are united, forging a nascent national identity steeped in a unique blend of Nordic and Elven religious traditions. Elysia's visionary synthesis gives rise to the revered Eight Divines, a pantheon revered throughout the ages. Meanwhile, in the quieter corners of history, the year 246 witnesses the Nordic expansion into the northern reaches of the Iliac Bay region, marked by the meticulous record-keeping of the Book of Life. This detailed census, a testament to the meticulousness of the Nords, lays the groundwork for the future city of Daggerfall, its foundations rooted in the annals of history. As the First Era progresses, the illustrious Empress Elysia, architect of a new era, confronts the inevitability of mortality, her legacy poised to endure long after her mortal coil is shed. In a solemn turn of events, Akatosh, or by some accounts, Shazar, in the guise of Pelennor, descends upon the White Gold Tower to bestow upon the departing Empress Elysia the mantle of the first Cyrodiilic saint. Thus, Empress Elysia becomes the inaugural gem in the hallowed Amulet of Kings, inaugurating the sacred covenant between the Imperials and Akatosh, a divine pact safeguarding Tamriel from the looming threat of oblivion. Following her passing, her son, Balatza the Man-Bull, a minotaur born of Mora House, ascends to the imperial throne, continuing the storied lineage. As the 4th century of the First Era dawns, marked by the year 340, the Elysian Empire establishes a pivotal trade agreement with the Bosmer of Valenwood. This accord proves mutually beneficial, with the Bosmer reaping the fruits of imported goods unattainable within their verdant realm due to the constraints of the Green Pact. In the annals of history, the rise of Clan Durrani in the year 355 stands as a testament to the enduring influence of the High Elven ruling elite within human-dominated territories. Through astute political maneuvering, the Durrani elves maintain their preeminent position for generations to come. The year 361 witnesses the formal enforcement of the Elysian doctrines, the foundational tenets governing the Elysian order. Stemming from the teachings of Maruk, purportedly gleaned from the ethereal presence of Empress Elysia herself, these doctrinal precepts evolve into a cornerstone of imperial law. Embracing a monotheistic creed, the Elysian Order emerges as a formidable religious authority wielding significant influence within the Empire. Their staunch anti-Elven stance leads to the dissolution of lingering Aelid lordships, once bastions against Aelid oppression. In a pivotal moment, the year 369 marks the passing of High King Borgus, the last scion of the Isgrimor dynasty and the final bearer of the revered Jagged Crown. Borgus's reign witnesses the controversial proscription of the Nordic pantheon in favor of the Elysian doctrines, heralding an era known as the Shadow of King Borgus in Skyrim. However, Borgus's fervent anti-Elven sentiment sparks escalating tensions between the Empire and the Cameron dynasty of Valenwood. His ill-fated journey to Cyrodiil, beseeching imperial support for a war against the Bosmer, culminates in his demise at the hands of the Wild Hunt, a tragic event that reverberates throughout Skyrim for generations to come. Following Borgus's demise, the failure of the Moot to elect a successor plunges Skyrim into a protracted civil conflict, casting a shadow over the once mighty Nordic Empire. As the fires of war rage across the realm, the Nordic Empire relinquishes its grip on territories in High Rock, Cyrodiil, and Morrowind, signaling a profound shift in the geopolitical landscape of Tamriel. In the somber year 374 of the First Era, the Aelid stronghold of Nenalata, the lone vestige of Aelid power in Cyrodiil, faces a dire ultimatum from the Elysian Order: depart or meet annihilation. In response, King Lylorion Dainar leads those willing to forsake their ancestral home in a mass exodus toward Dyranian High Rock. Those who choose to remain in Nenalata meet a tragic fate, falling victim to the merciless blades of the Elysian Order in what would become known as the Nenalata Massacre, sealing the end of an era. Across the vast expanse of the Western Seas, turmoil descends upon the traditional rulers of Yakuta in the year 376, plunging the land into 3 centuries of relentless civil strife, pitting lords, warrior monks, and brigands in a bitter struggle for dominance. Meanwhile, in the heart of Tamriel, the year 393 sees the relentless crusade of the Elysian Order against elvenkind continue unabated. Amidst the unfolding turmoil, the year 393 witnesses the fall of Malada, an Aelid temple known as the High Fane, nestled in the Nibene basin of Cyrodiil. Responding to pleas from local farmers besieged by the malevolent influence of the Aelids, Abbot Cosmas of the Elysian Order leads a zealous assault on Malada, purging the temple with righteous fire and consigning its ancient relics and tomes to ash. Entering the illustrious 5th century of the First Era, the year 416 emerges as a pivotal juncture in history. Endoril Nerevar of the Kaima and King Dumak of the Dwemer forge an unprecedented alliance against Nord incursions into Resdain, modern-day Morrowind. This alliance culminates in the formation of the First Council, heralding an era of tranquility and prosperity for the elves of Resdain, albeit at the cost of discord within the Dwemer ranks, leading to the voluntary exile of Clan Rorkan. In a momentous turn of events, the year 420 witnesses the arrival of the Dwemer Clan Rorkan in Volenfell, marking the establishment of a new homeland in the western reaches of Tamriel, known today as Hammerfell. Concurrently, the Skyrim War of Succession draws to a close with the Pact of the Chieftains, though the scars of conflict leave indelible marks on the landscape, with vast swathes of conquered territories forever altered. The passing of High King Olaf One-Eye in the year 452 reverberates throughout Skyrim, marking the end of an era defined by his reign and the construction of the formidable Dragon's Reach, intended as a bastion against draconic threats. As the year 461 unfolds, Emperor Gorius ascends to the imperial throne, a momentous occasion witnessed by a young Rislav Lerak, whose destiny is yet to unfold. Amidst a gathering of esteemed dignitaries from across Tamriel, including the venerable High King Yorak the White of Skyrim and Dalok Bray, the Golden Beast of Anaquina, the coronation of Emperor Gorius marks a new chapter in the annals of imperial history. In the year 470, amidst the tranquil shores of the Somerset Isle city of Landril, a group of elves stumbles upon a mysterious artifact, the Flask of Landril. This enchanted vessel, capable of absorbing and reflecting all forms of magic, swiftly captures the imagination of bards and storytellers across the land, weaving itself into the fabric of legend. Utilizing its potent magic, the elves of Landril maintain a delicate balance, warding off the formidable sorceries of the Bosmer. As whispers of the flask's power spread, fear grips the hearts of its discoverers, driving them to seek refuge among the Dureni elves of High Rock. Yet their voyage ends in tragedy off the treacherous coast of Strosmkai, consigning the flask to the depths of the sea for over a millennium. Meanwhile, in the realm of Cyrodiil, the year 472 witnesses a surprising turn of events as the long-standing feud between the kingdoms of Kvatch and Skingrad grinds to an unanticipated halt. With the dawn of the year 77, Clan Dureni emerges as a formidable force, conquering vast swathes of High Rock, Hammerfell, and Skyrim, reshaping the political landscape of Tamriel. However, this era of conquest is not without its cost, as the year 478 sees the passing of High King Hiorak the White of Skyrim, a staunch opponent of the Elysian Order, who meets his demise in the Battle of Sungard. Amidst the upheaval, a devastating plague ravages the Clovian West, claiming the lives of Rislav Larek's entire family, save for his pious brother Dorald. In a fateful decision, Dorald cedes the kingdom of Skingrad to the Empire, sparking outrage among the Clovian states. Seizing the opportunity, Rislav takes up arms against his brother's betrayal, ascending to the throne of Skingrad and igniting the flames of rebellion against the Elysian Empire. Bolstered by alliances with like-minded rulers, including High King Herg Mercular of Skyrim and King Justinius of Kvatch, Rislav leads a valiant resistance against the encroaching forces of the Empire. In the tumultuous year 480, Aedon Doreni achieves a series of critical victories in High Rock, setting the stage for the decisive Battle of Glenumbria Moors. In a showdown that would echo through the annals of history, the combined might of Raven Doreni's magic, Aedon Doreni's martial prowess, and the tactical brilliance of Lorien Dyna and High King Hoag Mercular of Skyrim culminates in a resounding victory over the Elysian Order. Despite suffering heavy losses, the Doreni clan emerges triumphant, driving the Empire from the shores of High Rock. Yet, the joy of victory is tinged with sorrow as High King Hoag Mercular falls on the field of battle, sacrificing himself for the greater good. In his wake, Ismir Wolfarth ascends to the throne of Skyrim, heralding a resurgence of the ancient Nordic pantheon and the downfall of Elysian influence in the region. By the year 498, the once mighty Doreni elves find themselves waning in power, their grip on High Rock slipping amid the tides of history. Despite their diminished stature, their legacy endures, a testament to their valor and resilience in the face of adversity. In the year 500, a new era dawns with the ascension of Ismir Wolfarth to the throne, yet historical accounts diverge regarding the exact commencement of his reign. An inscription in Windhelm suggests a reign starting in 480, but prevailing evidence places his accession around 482, following the passing of High King Hoag Mercular. The advent of the 6th century brings forth tales of Ismir's legendary exploits, from vanquishing eastern orcs with a thunderous shout to the mythical act of swallowing a thundercloud to restore the Nords from an ancient curse purportedly laid upon them by the spectral figure of Alduin. By the year 533, the chapter of Ismir Wolfarth's reign draws to a close, leaving behind a legacy steeped in myth and folklore. Meanwhile, in distant Daggerfall, the rise of King Thagor marks a pivotal moment as the kingdom secures a decisive victory over the forces of Glenpoint, solidifying its dominance in southern High Rock. Across the vast seas of Yakuta, the tumultuous year 609 witnesses the meteoric ascent of Mansell Cessnit, who seizes control of the empire after centuries of civil strife, only to meet his demise at the hands of an unlikely assassin, Randik Torn, in 617. Amidst the chaos, Randik Torn assumes the mantle of leadership, ushering in an era marked by authoritarian rule and the enforcement of strict societal codes, such as the decree permitting only sword singers to bear arms. The year 660 ushers in the Battle of the Dragon Wall, where the defeat of Moloch, the Orcish god of the Velothi Mountains, sets the stage for the cataclysmic events that would unfold at Red Mountain 8 years later. In the year 668, the War of the First Council erupts, pitting the Kaima against the Dwemer in a conflict sparked by religious and ideological differences. The ensuing eruption of Red Mountain plunges the land into chaos, shrouding the sun in a veil of darkness for a full year. As tensions escalate, temples across Morrowind undergo a profound transformation, with the Iliath Temple in Western Stone Falls converted to the worship of the Tribunal, foreshadowing the tumultuous events that would unfold 3 decades hence. The year 700 heralds the onset of the climactic Battle of Red Mountain, a pivotal moment in Tamriel's history marked by the disappearance of the Dwemer and the ascension of the Tribunal as the divine rulers of Morrowind. Amidst the chaos, Ismir Wolfarth, the Ash King, emerges as a legendary figure, leading the Nords into battle against the backdrop of a world forever changed by the enigmatic events of Red Mountain. In the aftermath of the conflict, the Dunmer rise from the ashes of the Kaima, cursed by Azura with ashen skin and crimson eyes, while across the seas in Yakuta, the birth of Frandar Duhunding Helan Saino Shira heralds the dawn of a new era. Frandar's journey unfolds against the backdrop of a fractured land torn apart by civil strife, as he embarks on a quest for enlightenment through the art of the sword. Year after year, Frandar's legend grows, his skill with the blade unmatched as he traverses the land, vanquishing brigands and monsters alike. By the age of 30, he emerges as a paragon of martial prowess, wielding his Shihai, a spirit sword forged from his very soul, as a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness. In the year 760, a new chapter unfolds as Divad Duhunding, the only son of Frandar Duhunding, comes into the world. However, the absence of his renowned father casts a shadow over much of Divad's upbringing. By the year 776, disheartened by his father's prolonged absence, the young Divad forsakes the path of the sword singer, opting instead to pursue a life as an acrobat and celebrated bard. Meanwhile, Frandar Duhunding, having retreated into seclusion years earlier, dedicates himself to chronicling his life's wisdom within the pages of the Book of Circles, a testament to his journey and philosophy. In the year 780, Emperor Hera's ascent to power ushers in a dark era marked by the persecution of sword singers across the empire. Among the targeted individuals is Divad Duhunding, whose fame and renown make him a prime target for the Emperor's wrath. A harrowing encounter with Hera's forces leaves Divad scarred but emboldened as he emerges as a pivotal figure in the resistance against tyranny. With his father reluctantly drawn back into the fray, Divad assumes a dual role as both advisor and warrior in the fight against Hera's oppressive regime. As the conflict intensifies, Frandar and Divad lead the charge against Hera's forces, ultimately emerging victorious, but at a great cost. With the empire in turmoil and the sword singers decimated, Frandar Hunding leads his dwindling band of followers on a journey eastward to Hammerfell, leaving behind a once mighty empire reduced to ruins. The year 792 witnesses the cataclysmic destruction of Yakuta, plunging the once prosperous empire into the depths of the sea, shrouded in mystery and speculation. Amidst the chaos, the dawn of the 9th century brings forth new beginnings as Captain Yerrick Flotus establishes North Point in High Rock, a vital hub for trade routes traversing the treacherous waters of the Iliac Bay. In the year 808, the long-awaited arrival of the Yakutans in Tamriel sets the stage for a series of bloody conflicts as they clash with the indigenous peoples of Hammerfell. Frandar Hunding's leadership proves pivotal in driving back the beastfolk and goblins, although his valor ultimately costs him his life, leaving Divad to inherit the mantle of leadership. In the year 853, the Kolania clan, devotees of the Ultima Daedra, meet their demise at the hands of Yakutan colonists, their fate sealed by centuries-old animosities. King Zawan of Yath leads his forces to victory against the Kolania clan in a brutal campaign that claims his life, setting the stage for his successor's ascension. Meanwhile, the year 874 sees the defeat of warlord Fulgeg's army by the resolute Yakudans, whose refusal to grant passage to the fleeing survivors leads to the emergence of Orsinium, a new bastion for the displaced Orcish and Goblin kin. Year after year, the struggles of the Doreni clan against the encroaching Yakudans unfold, as the Red Guards assert their dominance over the Isle of Balfera. Led by Peregrine Doreni, the clan valiantly repels the invaders in a testament to their resilience and determination. Yet, amidst the clash of civilizations and the ebb and flow of conflict, the legacy of Frandar and Divad Duhunding endures, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos of an ever-changing world. In the year 946, amidst the tumultuous currents of history, Gaedon Shinji, renowned warrior hero and esteemed leader of the Order of Diagna, imparts a timeless truth. The best techniques are passed on by the survivors. His words echo through the ages, a guiding principle for generations of warriors to come. 2 years later, in 948, King Zhou of Daggerfall, inspired by Shinji's wisdom, seeks an alliance to quell the threat of Orsinium. By 950, the siege of Orsinium commences, uniting Daggerfall, Sentinel, and the Order of Diagna in a valiant endeavor to eradicate the Orcish kingdom, a conflict that would span over 3 decades before reaching its resolution. Tragically, amidst the chaos of battle, King Zhou reveals his treacherous intentions, orchestrating a fatal duel between Gaidon Shinji and Baloth Bloodtusk, two formidable warriors whose demise serves Zhou clandestine ambitions. In the year 973, Zhou machinations reach a climax as he embarks on a brazen invasion of Hammerfell, only to be met with fierce resistance at Bankorai Pass, where Makela Lai and her companions make the ultimate sacrifice to safeguard their homeland, thwarting Zhou designs for conquest. The year 980 witnesses the long-awaited fall of Orsinium, signaling the dispersal of the Orcish threat and ushering in an era of stability and prosperity in the surrounding lands. With the path cleared of danger, Wares emerges as a bustling trading hub, while the establishment of Evermore by the Riverhorse Bretons heralds a new chapter in the region's history, facilitated by the newfound peace and security. As the first millennium draws to a close, the stage is set for pivotal events that would shape the course of Tamriel's future. In 1029, Empress Hestra of the Elysian Empire asserts her authority by deposing the vampire king Styric of Verkath, quelling dissent and solidifying her dominion over the realm. Yet challenges persist, as evidenced by the rebellion led by the enigmatic Red Eagle, whose defiance against Elysian rule reverberates throughout the Reach, culminating in a fierce struggle for independence and the tragic demise of a legendary warrior. In the annals of history, year 1033 stands as a testament to Empress Hestra's resolve as she confronts the scourge of piracy in Black Marsh, dispatching the infamous Red Brahmin and bringing an end to lawlessness in the Topal Bay region. This campaign not only restores order, but also fosters greater understanding of the enigmatic Argonian culture, offering insights into the diverse tapestry of Tamrielic civilization. Amidst the shifting tides of power and faith, the year 1051 sees the ascension of Vincenius Imbrex to the esteemed position of Archbishop of Coral, whose tenure is marked by the publication of the Four Abominations, a seminal work that delineates the evils threatening the realm and calls for their eradication in the name of Stendar. Finally, in the dawn of a new era, the year 1100 witnesses the rise of Wayrest as a preeminent merchant kingdom, symbolizing the resilience and ambition of its people as they carve out their destiny amidst the ever-changing landscape of Tamriel. In the solemn annals of history, the year 1102 marks the passing of Chiron, the esteemed Aelade warlord, whose legacy is shrouded in the veils of time. As a scion of the Rulanul clan and whispered to be a Murloc Baldefodi, Chiron's renown spans the ages, most notably remembered for erecting and relinquishing 3 distinct dominions over the course of his storied existence. In the year 1188, the mantle of leadership falls upon Fervidus Tharn, who ascends to the esteemed position of Archprelate of the Elysian Order. His tenure is marked by the proposal of a controversial edict advocating the use of the Staff of Towers to initiate a dragon break, a radical endeavor aimed at purging the divine aspect of Akatosh of its elven origins. The repercussions of this audacious proposal are far-reaching, plunging the annals of history into a maelstrom of uncertainty and upheaval. As the sands of time shift, a century later, the fabric of reality is rent asunder by the onset of the Middle Dawn, a harrowing epoch marred by temporal distortion and cosmic upheaval. Amidst the chaos, documented events blur into myth and legend, as Tamriel bears witness to a succession of cataclysmic occurrences that defy comprehension. In the wake of the enigmatic dragon break, the year 1301 unfolds with the grim specter of the Sloat of Thras descending upon the venerable city of Skywatch, leaving devastation in their wake. The year 1306 bears witness to the hyperagonal collapse, a calamitous event that consigns Sijic monks to oblivion, heralding the twilight of mystic inquiry at the Eldbur Monastery. As the ebb and flow of history continues, the year 1427 sees the Battle of Dungry Bridge unfold, a pivotal conflict that echoes across the rugged terrain of High Rock, testament to the enduring spirit of valor and strife that defines the realm. Emerging from the crucible of chaos, the year 2200 heralds the advent of the Thracian plague, a virulent scourge unleashed upon Tamriel by the nefarious Slode, casting a pall of death and despair over the western coast. In its wake, noble houses seek refuge on the Isle of Balfiera, while the populace reels from the staggering toll exacted by this insidious affliction. In the year 2260, Baron Admiral Bandu Allo marshals a formidable coalition, uniting Redguards, Bretons, Colovians, Elves, and Argonians under the banner of the All Flags Navy. Their valiant campaign culminates in the obliteration of Thrace, laying low the Slode and consigning their islands to the depths of the sea. Amidst the tumult of war and plague, the year 2305 witnesses the fracturing of the Elysian Empire, as High Rock secedes in the face of mounting pressure from the Elysian Order. The ensuing War of Righteousness engulfs Cyrodiil, precipitating the collapse of an empire mired in the throes of internal strife and religious fervor. As the centuries unfurl, the year 2702 dawns upon a realm besieged by piracy and incursions, prompting the relocation of Werest's populace within the protective confines of the Gardener's estate. In the ensuing year, the first Akaviri invasion of Tamriel unfolds, as the scythe of Akavir lays waste to Skyrim, forging a legacy of bloodshed and turmoil. Yet amidst the chaos, a beacon of hope emerges in the form of General Riemann Cyrodiil, whose valorous stand at Pale Pass quells the Akaviri onslaught and heralds the dawn of a new era. As the Second Empire rises from the ashes of conflict, the land of Cyrodiil is forged anew, its borders extending to encompass the untamed wilderness of the Reach. In the annals of history, the year 2714 stands as a testament to the Empire's indomitable spirit, as the Second Empire triumphs over Valenwood, ushering in an era of unprecedented expansion and conquest. Yet even as the Empire's reach extends, the seeds of dissent are sown, as native resistance to foreign occupation simmers beneath the surface. As the realm grapples with the vicissitudes of fate, the year 2762 witnesses the passing of Riemann I, founder of the Second Empire, whose legacy is enshrined in the annals of history. His son, Emperor Kastav, ascends to the throne, steering the empire through an era of prosperity and growth. In the hallowed halls of learning, the year 2790 bears witness to the birth of Gerhain Fire, a sage of unparalleled wisdom whose insights into Aedid culture illuminate the shadows of antiquity. Meanwhile, the ascension of Riemann II to the imperial throne heralds a new chapter in the empire's history, marked by unity and progress. As the wheel of time turns, the year 2801 unfolds with the imperial decree to conscript Nordic hostages, laying bare the empire's resolve to enforce its will. Yet the specter of rebellion looms large as the denizens of Winterhold rise up against imperial oppression, sparking a conflict that threatens to engulf the realm in flames. In the crucible of conflict, the year 2806 marks a turning point in the empire's fortunes, as Emperor Riemann II ascends to the throne, ushering in an era of reconciliation and renewal. Under his stewardship, the empire stands poised to weather the storms of adversity and forge a legacy that will endure for generations to come. In the year 2811, the echoes of war resound once more as the Blackwater War casts its shadow across the realm. Emperor Riemann II, fueled by imperial ambition, sets his sights upon Argonia, seeking to expand the empire's dominion. This audacious campaign culminates in the establishment of the imperial province known as Black Marsh, a testament to the imperial might and resolve. Amidst the tumult of conflict, the year 2812 bears witness to the commissioning of Alduin's Wall at Skyhaven Temple, a monumental edifice steeped in imperial legacy and lore. Meanwhile, the year 2813 heralds a significant shift in bureaucratic practice, as the language of legal documents transitions from High Elven to Cyrodiilic, laying the groundwork for the evolution of the modern Tamrielic tongue. As the wheels of fate continue to turn, reports of dragons in Skyrim send ripples of unease across the realm in the year 2815. While these mythical beasts have long dwindled in number, their resurgence sparks fear and fascination among the populace, signaling a portentous omen of times yet to come. In the year 2818, the Dragon Guard achieves a momentous victory with the slaying of a dragon, marking a triumph over ancient adversaries. Simultaneously, the completion of Alduin's Wall stands as a testament to imperial perseverance and fortitude, its dedication officiated by Emperor Riemann II himself, underscoring the significance of this historic monument. Amidst diplomatic overtures and imperial expansion, the year 2820 sees Eric of Guise, an emissary of the Second Empire, embarking on a mission to the Somerset Isles. His acerbic writings against the local populace reveal simmering tensions and prejudices, emblematic of the complexities of intercultural relations in a realm rife with discord. Meanwhile, in the heartland of Hammerfell, Governor Pontinius assumes stewardship of Craglorn, overseeing the construction of the Ellenhurst sewers, a testament to the Empire's commitment to infrastructure and civic development. As the imperial banner unfurls over Argonia, the year 2837 witnesses the birth of the province of Blackmarsh, a symbol of imperial expansion and hegemony. Yet the Empire's insatiable thirst for conquest knows no bounds, as Emperor Riemann II sets his sights upon Morrowind, igniting the flames of the Fourscore War, a conflict destined to span 8 decades. Tragedy strikes in the year 2851, as Emperor Riemann II meets his demise on the battlefield against the Dark Elves, leaving his son, Basilis Dor, to inherit the mantle of imperial authority. Amidst the turbulence of succession, the sagacious stewardship of potentate Sidri Ashok ensures the Empire's stability and continuity, steering the realm through perilous waters. As the years unfurl, the annals of history bear witness to the inexorable march of time, as empires rise and fall, and dynasties wax and wane. From the dragon-scarred peaks of Skyrim to the verdant depths of Valenwood, the tapestry of Tamriel is woven with threads of conquest and conflict, each chapter inscribed with the blood and sweat of those who dared to shape its destiny.